Greetings, salutations. Welcome back to another one of Batdownski's Out of the Park Baseball 23 No Money Spent Perfect Team videos. I am Batdownski, if you couldn't put that one together. And that's my dog in the background. And I think he's happy that you're joining us once again. Got some packs to open, and maybe if we've got some time, we can run through some perfect draft action. Show kind of like what I take a look at when I'm doing a perfect draft. I haven't been winning them, but I have been like placing, getting some rewards, getting some packs here and there. If we look at my transaction history, oh yeah, I guess I should probably, there we go. We'll flash that over. Transaction history, we got a gold pack there, a silver pack there. Oh, that's a login reward, but a gold pack there in the last day. That's not terrible. If we take a look at our team, looks like we've been promoted up to Gold League once again with our Castlegar River Kings. I don't think the team is very different from how we last left it. We got a Kevin Brown in the rotation that has been carrying hard. He's won 2 Pitcher of the Year trophies in some of the years we've been using him. Nolan Ryan still in the rotation. Sid Fernandez has been okay. I think this Gold League might break him, send him back to the pen. I think we brought Zach Britton in because he's a lefty ground baller and has some stuff. I think that was one of the guys we brought in recently. And Pedro Martinez we brought into the rotation. Hasn't had the desired effect per se, but still have some fingers crossed that he will play up. As for the lineup, we added a perfect Joe Mauer from completing Build a Lineup kind of cards there. And again, early returns were a little softer than maybe we'd hoped for a guy with these kind of attributes. And we're still, of course, he's in a platoon with Gary Carter, who has been pretty good since we've acquired him. Edgar Martinez was another piece that we moved. We moved him into the lineup as opposed to Jimmy Fox, who is a legend but just doesn't play up for the competition, if you know what I mean. And that's kind of the recap. With that being said, let's open some packs here, shall we? Let's get the packs going. Can breeze through that. Okay, here we go. You can't see me, but that was a fist pump because I am trying to get these Future Legends cards, and that's one of the ones I don't have. So I've kept debating buying it, like just taking it from the card store, but no, that's nice to get. Nothing here, not really. I guess Alex Christian Walker actually has the best defensive metrics at first base out of anybody this year. If you're looking at the, I guess, defensive WAR at first base. I was looking at those lists today. Don't ask me why. Nothing amazing here. Frankie Montes is a 58. Ouch. That probably hurts Yankees fans like I'm hurt by seeing Jose Barrios down there. I think Giovanni Moran is a pretty effective card, especially as for silver, pretty good relief pitcher. So that's something to be said there. I don't see anything else there that I am in love with. Nothing there. Gunnar Henderson's pretty good though. I feel like Hairston punches above his weight a little bit for being a 65 overall and being able to play some of the outfield positions, some versatility there. I'm excited to get Bob Lemon, who might be a quality starter at that level and probably good for a quest, a mission or two. Create a sell order? Maybe not. He's only going for that much. Okay, moving along. Oh. I'll probably be selling that one for 1,000. Yep. Actually, I think I'll wait for the gold glove to see if his value will spike when that gold glove mission reward comes out. But and I think Frank DiPino is actually a pretty good left-handed reliever for the bronze level. Ross Stripling had a great year this year, but I don't think it's translated to perfect team quite so much. But there you go. And Kikuchi. Oh no. Okay. That looks like a good relief. That looks like a good reliever. Got the ats where you want to see them. Stuff, movement. I think Andrew Miller could be a nice reliever on a cap gold team. That's a nice get. I'm happy with that. Just a duplicate. And again, because it's not a 90, it's not a 99 anymore. I don't know if Woodruff's going to get me very much. I heard rumors that the Dodgers are not going to, they're going to let Bellinger go in the offseason. Not going to meet his ARB. So that could be an interesting free agent acquisition. There will be interest. Oh. Okay, that's pretty nice. And might I say, as a segue, pretty nice to see those Topps cards. Those Topps cards look amazing. They look great. Who knew that you could get some like an actual card maker to come in and make these look even cooler? Although, like I do like the look of some of these Platinum series. Like that seems fun to me, as does this. The Clay Buckles. I'm very happy with getting a Clay Buckles. And then Carlos May. I've already had this, but he's a pretty good left fielder for Bronze League. Let's see. Duplicate. Wonder what I can get for it. Oh, here we go. Jorge Mateo falling off. He was actually very solid as shortstop. Not with a bat per se, but he was a pretty good defensive shortstop this year. Corey Snyder could be a fun get, though. I wonder if he's... Yeah, nah. Yeah, okay. Steel Walker's good name. I feel like there are commons within this. Like, I get so many Ryan Presleys. I have sold this card like a dozen times this season. It's kind of wild. So I feel like there's commons even within the rares, you know? Yeah, same thing. Like this is not my second Zach Wheeler that I've uncorked this year. I'd say Harvey Haddix is actually a pretty good Iron Leaguer, though. So just keep that in mind. That's pretty good if you don't care so much about movement. You're not playing in a little Matchbox Park. Genuinely stoked to find a Juan Padron. I don't even know if that's supposed to rhyme, but I'm stoked to get that. These are so expensive on the marketplace right now, like the Negro Steel League stars. Ford Proctor sounds like a made-up name, but I appreciate that picture. He looks like he's in on the joke. What else we got here? More duplicates. That's what the answer is. More duplicates. Oh, look, more duplicates. Okay, maybe we get something. Yes! Maybe I can get some points for it. I got excited because I'm like, that's a history card. And then I was like, that's a history card I own. Not a duplicate, but I've already done the path. Already done the missions that's for. That's kind of nice. I'm sure that Marwin's actually going to be a pretty good card. I like it as a utility guy because he plays a bunch of positions, outfield, infield, and he can hit a little bit. So like that's probably a nice get. Okay, here we go. Remember what I was saying about Zach Wheeler? Not exactly a rare diamond. Okay. Oh, cool. A Walkenfuss. That just seems like a fun name to say. I often pick this guy in perfect drafts with like my last pick because he's a backup catcher and plays an extra position. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Last one. Let's get something good. Let's get something good. Well, crap. Brett Laurie was a fun player. Dude loved chugging Red Bull, and the offense never came around outside of that first year. But okay. So we didn't get what we were looking for there. We'll see. Yeah, not the best for what we could have been going for. I'm trying to finish off the build a lineup ones actually. So I am surprisingly close, and King Kelly is absolutely awesome. If I see this card come up, I always pick it because he can play right field and catcher at a plus level, and he's a plus third baseman too. So if I see this come up in my perfect pick for perfect draft, I am all over it because I can shift him around and he's basically elite wherever I put him. So I'm a big fan of that one. That being said, I think we've got some time here. Okay, we got a little bit of time. Let's do a perfect draft, okay? Let's do regular. We'll do a regular perfect draft. See how that goes. Oh man, the cat has been at it. He's camping in the litter box, and that's all I can hear and smell. It's amazing. So, okay, let's take you through the board here. Not picking closers for obvious reasons. Like I'm not taking relief pitchers with my perfect card. They don't play enough to be worthwhile taking. I'm not going to take a starter because they're going to play every fifth day. I also don't think this is noticeably or appreciably better than what I could get at the diamond or even the gold level. So I eliminate these immediately. Eliminate the catcher. Charles Johnson was a great player, really good defensively, did not hit at an elite level outside of the one season. But he hit okay for a glove first catcher, I'm not taking this. Catcher defense has kind of been nerfed a bit in this year's version. It's not as important. I just don't see a universe where that's going to be useful to me. Cal Ripken, this is probably the choice. He plays a premium position. He plays it at a high level, and he hits. That's probably my choice. Let's take a look at the Max Bishop. See, this is a really good one, too. If I didn't have Ripken, I'd be all over this. I like it because you're looking for, especially at the high-end players, you're looking for good BABIP, good avoid K, and then some other tools that they can deal with. Because the pitchers are so good, like these Hall of Fame pitchers, that guys just strike out constantly if they've got low avoid K. So I usually try to avoid players that have super low avoid K or BABIP unless they're an absolute stud with the glove. I would say Max Bishop's good, but Cal Ripken Jr. is the choice for me. Plays a more important position. Jose Altuve. See, see, I told you, these are nice looking cards. I really like how these look. Good, really high end defense, solid BABIP, avoid K, doesn't have any holes there. The speed's not amazing, but it's not it's fine. I think that might be my choice, but let's take a look at the other ones. Ted Williams. I think this is a really good card too. You look at it and you're like, okay, this is an amazing card. The position is less important to me. I can find whoever to play left field. Often it's somebody's secondary position. I'm still, again, not going to mess around with relievers here. Even if this is a really elite reliever, I'm not going to mess with it. I also know that the forkball tends to play up when there's more pitches. It's not a good second option. That guy's not going to play as good as other people I have here. I think this is a good card. Marty McManus plays second base at an elite level. Does this okay. Does this fine. Avoids Ks. Can hit a little bit. Can hit for gap. Has the speed to make use of that. I think Jose Altuve is a better card here. And Gabby Hartnett doesn't this is a good catcher. Don't get me wrong, but it's still kind of defensive slated. As avoid Ks aren't that high. I've played with this card in regular kind of mode, and it doesn't play up above. It doesn't play Silver League even that good. So I think again, better options here. I think if I'm going for the best pure bat, Ted Williams is the best hitter here. Full stop. Go figure. Ted Williams, Teddy Ball Game is going to be the best hitter here. Left field DH. I think I'm going to go with a guy that can both hit at a high level and is a good fielder. So I'm going to go with that, and then I've got my keystone up the middle positions covered. Again, I'm not going to play around with a closer here. Just not doing it. Ray Dandridge, really good defensive third baseman, and he's he's one of those guys that does the things. He makes contact with the ball, doesn't strike out. Not a bad card. I probably wouldn't take him here. Because I think like I can find better third basemen. Like you can find like Arenado, like some of those cards. You can find them a little bit later on. And they're quite strong. Even like a Mike Lowell is a really good card. You get him silver, so I might kick that one down. John McGraw, I like a bit because of the eye contact mix. The lack of power hurts me. It hurts my soul. I've taken him before and just instilled him at the leadoff because he gets on base. But like, I like a little bit of speed in my leadoff. Call me old-fashioned, or like defense. Like, I think it's fine. I think I can find a better hitter at this spot, or yeah, like this is a much better hitter, but in a less important position. So it's kind of like, what are we doing here? The pitches aren't high enough. So this is a good pitcher. George Kirby's really good, but I don't think the pitches are high enough to justify taking here. Maybe I am taking a third baseman. So am I going elite defense or more on base percentage? Or the best hitter of the group? Getting some paralysis here. I got a lot of contact bats already. It's kind of interesting. You could also find like a Brooks card. That's a pretty good third baseman you can find at any of the levels here. I would often lean towards one of these guys or the pitcher, but I think I'm going to take Bob Watson because he can play left field as well. We talked about that. You could just plug a dude in left field and not get hurt. And plays first base or could be my DH. And he's just a solid all around hitter. Like the eye is okay. The power isn't like the power and eye aren't the best, but he has good contact, a good void K, like especially versus lefties, good gap power, good BABIP. Like I just think he's a solid all around player. So I'm going to take that and maybe solidify my infield a bit. I would like to take some pitchers here, so let's see if we get for some pitchers that are worth taking. Okay, so I've taken Jim Edmonds before. I think he's all right, but the avoid K kills you. So you're really taking him to be a defense first guy, and you get what you get with the offense. He's a lot better offensively than most of your glove first guys. But again, I'm not in love with it. Yeah, see, here's the problem with taking Allison at 93 is you can find 82s that hit just about as good as he does. Like this, like Steve Garvey is about as good as Bob Watson. Frig. Alejandro Pena. I think this might be one of my guys that I'm taking. It's an interesting career for a guy who's like an 86 card. Pete Donahue, no. See, I don't think Johnny Pesky plays good enough defense. You know what I mean? Like not for shortstop. Like playable there, but I'm looking for a guy that legitimately plays defense there. Nate Lowe. Nah. A lot of the live cards I find are not as good as the history cards, so that's why you're seeing me look at the history cards first. Higura. Yeah. I just like to see their real life stats as well. Like again, this guy's probably more inclined, like Piguero here. He's more inclined towards an actual shortstop, but like I'm gonna try and do better. I actually like Devers. No, not doing it here. I can get a better third baseman. I think I'm going to take two pitchers. I'm going to go with two pitchers, and we're going to have the basis of our rotation. He's actually pretty good there too, but I've already got the positions he's best at, I think. All right, so we grabbed two pitchers, a lefty and a righty. I could run into some long ball issues and some K issues between the two, but like these guys, if they're my best pitchers at the end, maybe I'm a little bit more in trouble. If they're not, then I could be sitting pretty. Okay. Chet Brewer is often good. I like Chet Brewer. This would be a good pick. I think what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to grab my corner outfield. Because if we look, Chuck Klein, avoid K plus power, heck yes. And he's a good defender, and he's not completely like a base clogger. I think Chuck Klein's a guy I'm going to take, and I actually like Sixto Lezcano. The avoid K's is a little low, but like again, good defense, good hitter. I think that's the play at this. I think I'm going to 85 in right, 86 in left, 90 in right, 96 in left. I'm going to move Chuck Klein to left field. There we go. All right. This is good. These are not. I think I'm not going to pick this guy. Alec Thomas, good enough in center field. Maybe that's a guy for us. Larry Doby, not good. Really good hitter. Really good hitter. Not good enough to play center field. If I hadn't taken 2 corner outfielders last time, then I'd probably be picking him now. Oh, yeah. This guy's pretty good defensively too, Rupert Jones. But his bat is a little lackluster for... So I think if I'm making a choice here, I'm going to take Alec Thomas as one. Maybe I'll take Lombardi. Lombardi's a pretty good hitter and not a... Yeah, that's the play here. Lombardi and Thomas maybe, or Lombardi and Randy Johnson. Just because the stuff is so overpowering, right? Like big unit. He's an NFL photographer now. What a crazy life that man leads. David Cohn, I've got good recollection for. This is, I think, pre-Jay's David Cohn, but like I'm a David Cohn fan from 92 and 95, 2 separate times. I'm going to go with the center fielder and the catcher. We're now out of... So these guys are probably going to be my best arms. Yikes. Let's take a look. We got 1, 2, shortstop. Okay. Bob Bailey is often quite good as a power hitter. I think I will take him and make him my first baseman. We'll see. Splitter off, I think I'm gonna use him in the rotation. I think he's just a solid complementary arm. Goodwin, not enough stuff. Jose Miranda could be a first baseman. I think I'm better off with the other one I just mentioned. Bob Bailey. I think Bob Bailey's a better bet for me. Gonsolin could be okay. I'd rather roll the dice on who I see next. Elite changeup, 4 pitches, bad fastball. He could be all right too, Carl Glass. But let's see what brings what it brings. Oh, I needed a third baseman, not a first baseman. Whoops. My bad. Maybe he can be my DH. Okay. Sidearm, which means he probably has bad splits. Well, like there's a significant split there. Okay, I'm going to take Irv Palika with one of my picks and probably a reliever, either Kelvin Herrera. High movement, a couple alright pitches, decent control. Like that's going to be an alright reliever. Or Sir Anthony Dominguez, extreme ground ball. I'm going to hope I get a better reliever draw next go. So I've got 4 starters, 1 reliever. Essentially a lineup. I'd like to get a better third baseman and then bump Bob Bailey to the DH, but we'll see what happens. Bob Lemon. Could be fun. Can hit a little bit too, which is interesting. Some good relief pitchers here too, actually. Asa Lacy. This might be my guy. Steve Olin as a relief pitcher. Bruce Ruffin. Joe Morgan's actually, this is a pretty good card in a lot of situations. This isn't one of them, but it's good. You get my sense of approval there. I just like good nicknames. Fats is a good one. All right, so Lacy or Lemon? We have, let's see, lefty, righty, righty, lefty. Okay, so if we go right, left, left, right, left? Let's do that. Might make it a little harder to counter. And we'll get Bruce Ruffin over our friend Steve Olin, who's also pretty good. Submariner. I love a good submariner. I'm an Adam Simber stand. Adam Simber Stan, I should say. Got to enunciate. Okay, so now we're going to fill out a bullpen, I guess. I think this might be a fun one. Knuckle Curve's a pretty good pitch. Justin Lawrence might be a good one to grab. Extreme ground ball. Like, I'm all about an extreme ground ball guy. Really good versus righties. We also have an opportunity here to add a backup shortstop who's an elite defender. Ray Ordonez. I remember he was a wizard with his glove. He couldn't hit, really. Like, we'll take a look at his real life stats. Yeah, look at this. The wins above replacement. Man couldn't hit, but he was such a wizard. He was so fun to watch with the glove. I think we might be better served grabbing 2 arms. Because, like, how often is the backup shortstop going to play in the tournament, right? I think the opportunity cost is not such that... Okay, so we've got 4 relievers. We probably want 7 as a baseline. Maybe some lefties as well. I know my park. I should note that my park comes into play a little bit here, where, like, I'm often thinking, oh, Mike Cubbage might be a guy as a kind of a caddy to our friend Bob Bailey. You have a lead, throw Cubbage in. That might be a thing to do. Stroman, Ottavino. I'm a sucker for guys that can't hit the zone but have good stuff. Like, I would take Miguel Castro. I just know he's not as good as he seems. Like, yeah, it's a trap. Brett Laurie. And again, you look and it's like he didn't have a terrible major league career. He just could never figure it out to be like the elite offensive performer that he was. Like, you look at this, that was his best year by a lot. 150 plate appearances. 170 plate appearances. Just an elite performance, and then from there, it's like, oh, he's about average, a little below average offensively, good defensively. Doesn't show up in a lot of the metrics, and I got to say part of that's because he was getting in a position to make a play that not a lot of guys would because of his range, and then struggling to finish off the play. I think Laurie and Cubbage are looking pretty similar in regards to, like, backup infielders. Let's compare them. Oh, Laurie's got some more power and runs better. He's almost like a backup shortstop, Cubbage. But maybe we'll take Laurie. We'll have some fun. We'll take a Brett Laurie as a backup here. Because, like, Laurie and, like, Adam Ottavino or something. I just don't think this guy's going to do good when he's facing Hall of Famers. Like, Ted Williams is going to tee off this guy. So there we go. We're up to 5 relievers. So I need to take 2 more in the next round if I do this. Okay, let's do it. Brett Laurie got picked. That's on me. I'm sorry. Okay, that might be a guy we take. No lefties, eh? Like, the lefty guys that I was being offered were not good. Blanco, that's a pass. Robertson, maybe. Bill Tuttle. Not a bad hitter for this part. I think this could be fun too, although I'm not sure what takes precedence, the BABIP or the avoid case. But we just took a guy to fill that role. Okay, so we'll take Nabil, and I guess David Robertson, and we'll hope that we get a viable backup catcher and a viable outfielder in our next. I'm taking these guys. I don't want to be using iron arms. Boyd might be one guy. Yeah, see? There's a reason I don't want to take these arms. Tony Armas. Okay, let's just take some guys that are just going to back people up at positions. So we got him to play backup catcher. We could take 2 backup catchers because Voigt plays a few positions and his bat's better than some of these other guys. So we got a shortstop, first base. We need some outfielders. Okay, Walsh and Armas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Let's take a look at Rojek. Oh, he's way better than JT Riddle. Do I need 2 catchers? I don't. I'm going to take this guy as the backup shortstop, and then Riddle can do the rest. Yes, that works. So basically, you just want backups. You want to ensure you have some backup players, just so that, you know, if guys get tired. Because that's actually a thing in this. So we got Pena, Higuera, Splitteroff, Palika, Lacey. That's okay. Okay, that's all right. Put a pitch limit for Lacey. Ruffin is the closer. Herrera setup. I don't think we need to say avoid high avoid high leverage for these guys. They're long relievers. They probably shouldn't be playing high leverage, right? I think we're gonna put him as a / long reliever. Put these guys as middle relievers, maybe. No lefties except for Bruce Ruffin. Cool. I'm sure that's gonna work out great for me. Lots of flexibility going between them. Now let's take a look here. Alec Thomas. Okay, let's see. I don't think I picked a lot of like. Oh yeah, I forgot to take a DH. Shit, I guess Brett Lawrie's playing. Hey. Well, there we go. I forgot to take a DH. So don't be like me. Make sure you take a designated hitter if applicable. Holy, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. So like, I don't have anybody that can run. I'm not gonna. Oh, that's fun. Okay. Very good. Very, very good. I think I'm gonna absolutely savage some teams with lefties, I think. But yeah, I think Alec Thomas is the only guy that I kind of am okay with stealing bases. Yeah. I guess. There we go. That's about it. I don't think I really want anybody else stealing bases. Maybe Brett Lawrie. And then I often just go, like, I just throw a sabermetric and then I tweak it a little bit. I don't have a great bullpen, so I probably want my... I spent my energy on my starters. I probably would like my starters to play more. Uh-oh. But there you have it. Now we've kind of run through. We've talked a little bit about, like, what I'm looking for in players and kind of... So, like, if I'm giving some tips... Oh... That has really gotten long. I took a long time to do that draft. If I'm giving tips about what to take, first priority, shortstop, center field. Next priority for me, probably starting pitching and third base. And then right field, second base, first base, and catcher are my lowest priorities. But at the end of the day, I'm also like, I'm just trying to look for good hitters or good fielders. Good fielders, especially at center field and shortstop. But like, I'm looking for good hitters that can play a lot of those positions. I'm looking to kind of overwhelm people, and that's probably on me a little bit and how I've built the team. Yeah, I'm just looking for my ballpark, but it doesn't say it anyways. But yeah, just how I built my team is I'm trying to I'll go offense first a little bit. I look to I often skimp on my bullpen and bench. Like, my bench is not good. This is not a good bench. I don't want these players to play. I just have them there for if somebody needs a rest. Hopefully they can bat ninth and not make me angry, you know? But for the most part, like, I'm looking for guys that can get the bat on the ball, not strike out to these generational pitchers, play some defense. I know, I'm looking for guys that are good at baseball, but, like, you'll kind of get it. If you're doing perfect drafts, you'll get it as you go and get the reps in and do this a few times. So that being said, thank you so much for joining me, spending a few minutes, a few more minutes than I intended, grappling with me here as we ran through some perfect team as well as the perfect draft. And as always, you can do the YouTube things if you feel like it. Otherwise, I'm not going to beg you for that. Whatever. Thanks for joining me, and Batdownski out.